One of the most anticipated fights of the year, Inoue and Donaire.
In November 2019, Naoya Inoue fought the Filipino Flash, boxing legend Nonito Donaire. This fight is considered one of, if not the toughest fight for the monster. The two monsters exchanged brutal punches throughout the entire fight. With Donaire showcasing his veteran experience while the monster displayed exceptional talent and power. Inoue's extraordinary skills and raw power were evident, challenging Donaire's seasoned expertise in a thrilling display of boxing prowess. But first, let me take you back to where it all started in the year 2018 during the World Boxing Super Series.
He is the undefeated 3-division world champion, the current WBA champion of the world, and the #2 seed for next season, the monster, Naoya Inoue. From the Philippines, with a record of 43 victories against 5 defeats, a former 4-weight division world champion, the Filipino Flash Nonito Donaire.
The two fighters first met at the World Boxing Super Series Draft Gala in July 2018, where they encountered other top-ranked bantamweight fighters, all competing for the chance to claim all the belts on the line and the prestigious Muhammad Ali trophy. Naoya Inoue was the first to fight in the quarterfinals, facing Juan Carlos Payano to challenge Inoue for the WBA World Bantamweight title.
It's time for our featured bout of the evening, 12 rounds for the WBA Bantamweight Championship of the World.
As the referee explained the rules to the two fighters, no one knew what would happen in the first round.
We get the Bantamweight tournament in Season 2 of the World Boxing Super Series underway here at the Yokohama Arena in Japan.
After the bell rang, the two boxers analyzed each other, familiarizing themselves with their movements. Payano was the one being aggressive early in the round, chipping away at Inoue with jabs.
88% knockout ratio, but here he's in against in his 22nd professional bout tonight.
But a few moments later, the monster unleashed his first punch and the finishing blow. A 1-2 punch combination.
Against Rush. And Payano has been stretched on the canvas, and he doesn't know where he is. He's face down. The referee is tolling the count, and it is all over. Naoya Inoue with a devastating statement of intent. A first-round knockout, becoming the first man to stop Juan Carlos Payano.
And still WBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, he moves on to the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight Tournament, Naoya, the Monster Inoue.
And 1 month later, on November 3rd, 2018, Nonito Donaire would fight against Ryan Burnett to challenge for his WBA and WBC Bantamweight belts.
7-time champion of the world, known as the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
This fight is a matchup between a young champion and a much older legend.
And we are underway.
In the first round, the two traded high-speed blows.
Second defense of that title, facing black trunks trimmed with orange.
Burnett is hitting Donaire with fast jabs. But we can also see how Donaire counters. The Flash feeds Burnett with punishing combinations in the last minute of the round. The two finished the opening round, showcasing their high-level punching skills.
Between two skillful operators.
In the second round, Burnett shocks Donaire with lightning speed counter-punches.
So well timed there from Burnett. He has to say.
Lead left hand was a nice shot, partially blocked by the glove. Good right hand to the body from.
Burnett seems to outbox Donaire in the second round, landing precise blows like a hammer. In the third round, Donaire shows his technical prowess, cornering Burnett and peppering him with shotgun punches.
Taking punches in the corner, trying to bob and weave, but Nonito Donaire finding his range with that vaulted backhand.
And the two fighters traded some punches in close range.
I'm not suggesting that they did hurt, but they were certainly scoring shots. Exchange at close
all the time, and I think it's fair. And he has. That's a beautiful.
Everybody refers to Sugar Ray Robinson's left hook as he cut a left hook, then getting to work again with a...
In the fourth round, the two fighters danced throughout the ring, trading swift jabs.
Around that, but
professional contest tonight. Perfect 19-0 coming in.
But in the same round, Burnett suffered a back injury.
Oh my goodness! Now I think he suffered a back injury here.
The champion managed to get up, but Donaire seized this opportunity to unleash devastating combinations.
The closing stages of the fourth round. Oh my goodness! Teeing off from what is effectively a sitting target. But he appears to have suffered a back injury, and he takes another stunning right hand to the head to rob Burnett's career, and the back's gone again.
Burnett survived the round, but unfortunately for him, he could not continue the fight, making Nonito Donaire the new champion.
Your winner by TKO, the new WBA Unified Bantamweight Champion of the World, and moving on to the World Boxing Super Series semifinals. Let's hear it for Filipino Flash Nonito Donaire.
In 2019, Donaire was the first to fight in the semifinals, and he faced Stefan Young, a late replacement for Zolani Tet.
Here is the challenger, Stefan Showstopper Young. So there we see Stefan Young, who is looking to make his dreams come true tonight. Took this fight on 3 days' notice. And
even as a late replacement, Young proved in the first round that he is not scared.
World title for the first time. This is the first time he has fought for gold, and they both exchanged nicely.
The two fighters were just warming up in the first round.
Round one in the books.
In the following round, Young stayed on the defensive, circling around the canvas.
Reacting. Under a minute.
And hitting without getting hit.
125 pounds now. It is hard to get back down to your play. Great combination. Straight left hand, then follows it up with the hook. That's exactly what you're supposed to do if you're a southpaw.
Young is showcasing his slick movements, hitting Donaire while evading.
He's willing to trade with Donaire. Is that a smart thing?
He's finding a home for that straight left as he just connected right there.
But Donaire's timing caught him a few moments later.
Good ebb and flow action. There's a big right hand, and that buzzed Young. And Young seems to be staggered for a brief moment. Round three has come to a close.
Stefan Young is fortunate and saved by the bell.
Followed up, blinds him, hits him.
In the following rounds, Donaire becomes aggressive, and Young seems to be running out of breath.
Trying to observe and get away from the big punches of Nonito Donaire.
Young, full of blood, seems to regret his decision to fight.
And he has some work to do.
The champion is eager to finish, but his adversary still has the energy to evade.
There's a good defense does Donaire. He is and Nonito Donaire and Stefan Young.
But in the sixth round, Donaire sent Young to another realm.
Guys that have those long of arms and biceps to be able to evade. And there's a big left hook. Down goes Young on a thunderous left hook.
And that is the vaulted power that we're talking about. Nonito Donaire at this weight class, 118 pounds. Everybody better watch out.
Good night, Stefan Young, Nonito Donaire. For your winner by knockout, and still the WBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, moving on to the final of the World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight Tournament, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
After 1 month, the monster will fight in the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series.
Here comes the WBA World Champion from Yokohama, Japan, Naoya Inoue.
Naoya's opponent is Emmanuel Rodriguez, an undefeated bantamweight champion.
Wins by KO.
In the first round, the two champions traded blows with precise timing.
Rodriguez never off his feet. Big right hand. Inoue early on. Rodriguez took it, gritted on his gum shield and came back with a flurry of his own. Toe-to-toe action, first round.
But the monster showcased supernatural skill, landing combinations to Rodriguez's face.
Oh, big shot to the body, Inoue.
All punches have come from Inoue, and I think that made a difference here.
Rodriguez survived the round with the monster, but in the next round, we will see why Naoya is called the monster. Inoue turned on his monster mode, and Rodriguez couldn't do anything.
For this fight, and he's power of those punches from Inoue, and there's a right hand gone in too from Inoue. This is a fearsome flurry.
And that is the first knockdown.
Flurry, and he's down. He's got him with a left for the first time in his career.
Rodriguez managed to get up, but was greeted by punishing punches.
Inoue, oh, he's got into the body.
Rodriguez, shaking his head, didn't want to continue, but he decided to continue and ended up being completely destroyed by the monster.
2 minutes to go, Jim.
Oh, this is unbelievable from Inoue. Third time he's gone down, rolled over, caught, another count, it's over. Shoto, Japanese, lights out for Rodriguez. He strikes again Inoue, the mini Mike Tyson. What a fighter, what power. No one can stand in his way. Absolutely awesome.
And now, the finals for the World Boxing Super Series tournament are set, with Donaire facing Inoue.
Therefore, the winner, progressing to the WBSS final, and the new IBF Bantamweight Champion of the World, Naoya Inoue.
Finally, the grand finals are happening, Donaire against Inoue.
Nonito Donaire. Naoya Inoue.
This matchup will test the monster's skill against the more experienced legend. When the bell rang, the atmosphere changed, and the clash of titans began. In the first round, the two fighters showcased their speed with jabs and counters. The monster unleashed precise counters to Donaire's face and hitting his head like a shotgun. Donaire also clipped Inoue with his left hook. This punch broke one of the bones on Naoya's face. The two legends traded back and forth punches. Naoya dominated with his destructive power and timing, punishing the body of Donaire. While Donaire used his speed and experience to land counterpunches. This fight is the toughest challenge for the monster, and we can see blood on his face. This fight proved that Donaire's skills are at the highest level of boxing. But the monster's brutality is unmatched. In the later rounds, he punished Donaire with machine gun-like punches. And hitting him with bone-crushing body shots. That resulted in Donaire kneeling in pain. But Donaire's spirit is stronger. He managed to continue the fight. Naoya is eager to finish Donaire in round 11, participating in a slugfest until the end. Bloody Naoya just smiled, full of joy. In the 12th and final round, Naoya Inoue and Nonito Donaire continue their battle until their last breath. The two warriors hug each other, admiring their skills and determination. Naoya goes to Donaire's corner and thanks him for giving him a once-in-a-lifetime experience to fight a legend.
Still undefeated, Naoya!
Naoya Inoue wins via unanimous decision, unifying the IBF and WBA World Bantamweight belts. If you want to see more of Naoya's knockouts, watch this video.